Thank you, Admiral Shoham, for joining us. Thank you for taking the time to answer a few of our questions. While India is one of the countries that insists on a certain degree of transfer of technology, and this isn't something that many nations agree to or subscribe to. How is it that there can be a transfer of cybersecurity technology between nations?
I will answer from the Israeli perspective of cybersecurity and mutual cooperation with our colleagues in India. It's a pleasure for me to take part in this conference as one who had the privilege to collaborate with the Indian research and development organizations, mainly in defense areas. Israel holds hundreds of companies and startups in the area of cybersecurity. Naturally, because of the way that people serve in the IDF, Israeli Defense Forces, and the way they continue to develop their skills in the commercial and high-tech area. And since we are based on close collaboration, there is no real challenge to collaborate also in other issues of defense. Cybersecurity is very important around the globe. And in the sense of cyber defense capabilities, our licensing regulations are very liberal. The cybersecurity area is getting bigger and bigger in terms of export in Israel. And so I think that since India is going through a wave of digital India, the cybersecurity is very important for all the organization and the infrastructure that India is building and expanding so fast. So I think transfer of technology which aims to protect your infrastructure, networks, and all the digital world that you are building is surely capability that we can afford ourselves and work together in order to promote it.
So, are these some of the areas where you've seen cooperation in cybersecurity between nations? What are some of the other areas where there's been cooperation?
Well, in my perspective, in the defense area, which is relatively sensitive, we succeeded to build very close cooperation, including transfer of technology of weapon systems and defense technologies. And I think under the umbrella of G2G agreements and understanding, companies and defense organizations could collaborate very closely. It's not only cyber, of course. It started way back in weapon system, defensive and other weapon systems. I saw it between our services in Israel and in India, between the DRDO and my organization that I led till recently, the Directorate of Defense R&D, and some other organizations where you cannot expand and elaborate a lot about the very close relationship, but they were very, very close. Of course, commercial high-tech, civilian high-tech, agriculture, water resources, and so on. But these are not the main expertise of myself. But I could see in the last few years a very close relationship in terms of defense technology to mutually and jointly build new weapon systems and then make sure they will be manufactured for the Indian Defense Forces, the Indian military, and the Israeli Defense Forces, and serving services across the ocean.
Well, thank you for taking the time to speak to us, and we look forward to seeing your panel today at the Gateway of India Geoeconomic Dialogue.
Thank you. It is my pleasure. Thanks a lot.